video. If you are from Ebonyi State, this podcast is for you. If you have a personal experience that you feel like the world need to learn from this experience, you can also reach out to us. Okay, quickly I'll be taking you guys through the things and the programs that we plan to be having at the White Table Podcast. If you look at my left, you see this is where my guest will sit, and then of course I'll be the one that will be the host. I'll be the host of the program. Okay, so that's basically it. Now, first thing that we'll be doing at the podcast is a program we'll call Youngpreneurs. These are what we'll be doing in this program is we'll invite young entrepreneurs, people who are just starting up businesses. We are not going to be calling people who are already billionaires or who are already trillionaires in the industry. We'll be calling people who are doing well, who are at their beginning tips, but they already have a platform, but more like at the beginning level. So we'll call them to know where they are going. It's not when they already made it. We'll now call them to come and be telling us it's done. Let them tell us now. So we're looking at young people, very young people who are doing well in their diverse businesses or works. Then another program that we'll look into that we'll be having here is also the program that we'll call Off the Street. Now, at Off the Street episodes, we will be inviting artists. We'll be inviting comedians, young artists, young comedians from the street. These are not already made artists. These are not like superstars. These are talented individuals and talented young people who are still in the street. So we will invite them. Of course, we have a music studio here where we play some beats and let them do some freestyles. And if you're a comedian, if you think that you are funny, we also call those individuals who will come here. The program will be more like let him just crack jokes and let's see if he can actually make us laugh. And then a lot of people will be watching it. That's more like talent hunt or whatever you may call it. So, but we're going to use this platform to be promoting that. And this will be basically people that are residing in Ebonyi State or people that are in Abakaliki. If you can come all the way from your state, fine. But for now, we're going to be dealing with the people that are close to us here. We call the program Off the Street. So you see this headset. So that's the headset that the artists will wear. We wear our own headset. While our sound engineer here will play a beat and we'll see what the person can do. And also, if you're a comedian, you come here. We just ask you a few questions, and then we may ask you, depending on how the inspiration comes. Anyways, we may ask you to crack 2 or 3 jokes to see if people around here can laugh at it or people online. Then from there we seek out comments. From the comments and reactions in the video, we'll know if you're talented or not. That's basically that. Then we also have another program we call Iconic. That Iconic now is we'll be inviting people from Ebonyi State who knows history very well, who knows history of their place. We have different senatorial zones in Ebonyi State. We have different local governments. We have different communities and different villages in Ebonyi State. And these villages have diverse cultures. Although we are all in the same Igbo culture, but there are subtle differences. And all of their ancestors have a story, have a legendary story. So we'll be, sourcing out for those who know the core history of their village. Let's say, for instance, in Izzi land, we'll now look for somebody who knows the history of Izzi very well, who know the history of Izzi node, the person they called Izzi node, who started the Izzi node. Or for instance, Ezza, who look for a person, either a young person or an old man who knows the history of Ezza very well, who will come and tell us. And also Ohaukwu and the rest of communities or villages that is made up of Ebonyi State here. And also we have the normal podcast or content creation that you all know, whereby we invite comedians and content creators to come and tell us their own stories or shed light on what they are doing and all that. So that's what we'll be having at the White Table Podcast. Now, at the White Table Podcast, we are not going to be chasing clouds. We are not going to be going to be asking you to say things that will trigger reactions online. We just want to be as pure, as white as snow. That's why we name it the white table. And our slogan is truth be told. So we'll be just looking out for the truth and nothing but the truth. The White Table Podcast is not for saga, it's not for cloud chasing, it's not for controversy. It's purely for entertainment, it's purely for education, and it's purely for adding value to the society. And that's basically what we'll be doing. So do well to share this video. I'm urging everybody from Ebonyi State, from Ezza, Izzi, Ohaukwu, Ikwo, Afikpo, Amasere, and the rest of the places. Please share this video, share this good news to your friend. And also, if you have a personal experience that you feel like the world need to learn from this experience, you can also reach out to us. We might, I don't know, we may put a number on the screen, we may not. I will decide maybe when we are editing the video. So if you have a personal story that you feel like you can't keep it to yourself, like the whole world need to hear this very soon, maybe an experience or whatever that you feel you need to tell this story, or you have an information that you need that people will hear, come to the White Table Podcast and we'll give you the audience. We are not charging money, that's it basically. And for sponsorship also, or you have any suggestion as per things we'll be doing at the podcast, to make the whole program interesting, you can also reach out to or add it on the comment section, and we'll be happy to reply to you, or to do the necessary things. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Keep on supporting Ben of Roses and share this video, and follow us on all social medias at Ben of Roses on all social medias, and share this video. If you are from Ebonyi State, this podcast is for you. If you are from Ebonyi State, we might expand it to the rest of the eastern part of Nigeria, but for now we are dealing within our own state. Especially if you are living in Abakaliki, this podcast is for you. If you have anything that you need, you want the world to know, you let us know. So thank you so much. Let me not talk too much. My name is Ben Songs. You can always find me on Ben of Roses. Peace.